inside of the St. Croix Valley Rec Center. Good one in girls hockey tonight as the Stillwater Ponies, they welcome in the Hill Murray Pioneers, two of the top teams in Class 2A girls hockey throughout the state, throughout the metro. We're very excited to be bringing you this one tonight. Hans Bristol, Don Ackerman with you here back on VAC TV. Great to be back, and Don, a matchup that always provides fireworks when these two teams meet.
Very much so, and Hill Murray, I mean, they've got some goal scorers, so they're going to be a very tough matchup for Stillwater tonight.
Well, it was last season, it was the Pioneers that came away with a 3-0 win over the Ponies, a penalty-riddled game, and 3 third-period goals for the Pioneers. Just shows you how closely contested of a game that was and how competitive these two teams are every year.
Yeah, and this year, you know, we haven't really seen Stillwater shut out, so I don't think that's going to happen tonight, but we'll see.
Well, the Pioneers have made their statement too. 6-0 start to the year, 3 shutouts so far, their last game, and a tough one to come off of as well for the Ponies. A win, but a very physical conference game against Park on Saturday.
Yeah, Park played them tougher, I think, than I expected for sure, but it was good for them to come out with that win. And now Hill Murray, that's quite the matchup. They just finished St. Paul 10-0. That's a big goal.
And Stillwater's schedule to start this season has been impressively challenging as we get underway here from the St. Croix Valley Rec Center, with St. Martin ringing it quickly out of the Pioneer zone down on a challenge. But we are underway here with Stillwater in their home white sweaters and the black trousers, the black and green of the Hill Murray Pioneers, and what should be a really, really intriguing matchup here tonight.
Yeah, and you can see we've already seen St. Martin hit the ice twice, so I think they're going to make sure they neutralize her as much as possible.
The Pioneers are a team, of course, historically always in the mix late on in the Minnesota girls high school hockey seasons. These Ponies have felt to be just steps away from some of the biggest stages, and Annie Cashman continues to build this program as we get a deflected puck up into the seats, and we'll have a face-off, looks like, to start from neutral ice. You talked about some of those goal scorers, Don, and obviously, of course, you can't start with Stillwater without talking about number 7, St. Martin, already out to 16 points.
Yeah, and Brooke Nelson has 7 goals. She's a leading goal scorer. Pretty impressive. You got 7 players who have scored a goal for Stillwater. Hill Murray has 12 different players that have scored a goal this season. So I think that's the 6-0 showing through as the number of players that have scored.
And these two teams have had their regular season and late season battles. The Hill Murray season last year coming to the eventual state champ, coming to an end to an eventual state champion Gentry Academies. This puck nearly fell free for Laska, right in front of the Hill Murray goal and the senior Grace Zahn. Instead, Pioneers carrying to the far circle, and they score. Just like that, it's Regan Berglund on the end of a goal for the Pioneers. And it's a quick 1-0 lead for Hill Murray.
Yeah, in addition to that, the teddy bear toss was started a little bit early by those overly enthusiastic Hill Murray fans.
So just like that, the Pioneers striking first. And at the end of it is the junior Regan Berglund, who will be now tallying goal number 6 of this young season.
Almost 1 per game for number 9.
So it's a 1-0 Hill Murray lead, and as we mentioned a little bit ago, it took midway through the 3rd period for there to be a score between these two teams in last season's regular season matchup. And seen that with this Ponies team, Don, some early leads get away with them, but Annie Cashman's team has shown even early on they can battle through some adversity.
Yeah, I think that first goal gets people fired up, right? So I think now Stillwater needs to equalize. This is a tough matchup, though. I'm interested to see how they respond.
Puck ends up deep inside of the Hill Murray zone as this puck goes up into the netting and out of play. I do believe one of those assists went to Lauren Conningham, the freshman for the the 9th grader for the Hill Murray Pioneers. And we'll check on that second assist as well. But it is number 9, Regan Berglund, the 6th goal of the year for the junior. With the Pioneers up early, is carrying it in near post was St. Martin, trying to test Grace Zahn early on. As quickly up ice come the Pioneers down this left wing. This is Emily Pohl spinning back out toward the point. McLeay will chase down there. Dumps it back in behind for Sendon with 14:25 left in this first period.
Impressive on that goal, too, was the way the whole line worked together. You basically saw the pass, the pass, the pass, and then the score.
Here's we are going to have a Pony power play on the way, with Addie McLeay headed to the penalty box for the Pioneers.
I think Ashlyn Hoff was the one pulled down.
I believe it was. A hooking call that's going to, with 14:18 left in this first period, put the Ponies on the power play, and it could be fine margins like special teams here tonight that really could determine this one between two talented teams.
For sure, yeah, we've heard that from Coach Annie Cashman before. And getting that within a minute of the first goal will give them a chance to set their foundation here for the Ponies.
Already have had some really physical, tough games to start this season. Looking for a big goal here. Is this one fired in by Lang at the point? Zahn covers up on her stick side of the post, and we'll get another face-off, but good look to start this power play for Stillwater.
Yeah, did you see Addie Finn come in there and run into the goalie a little bit? She is going to show her physicality tonight.
Number 22, always in the mix of being physical, and now
I think overly so in this case. She put her arm around number 9's neck, Berglund's neck, and kind of pulled her down backwards.
And so right on cue, it is Finn to the penalty box. You saw that better than I did, Don. I was following the puck. It happened a little bit behind the play.
Well, I saw the mix-up, and I was trying to figure out what was going to happen there, and, well, a penalty happened.
So 13:57 left in this first period, and the power play disappears for Stillwater, as Pioneers can't hold the zone, as we'll have a minute 32 of 4-on-4 here early on, with the 6-0 Hill Murray Pioneers with a 1-0 lead. Here on a Tuesday night rivalry matchup at the Rec Center in Stillwater. Stick handling through the slot, still trying to get that shot away. A nice effort there from Chloe Bureen. And now this one skips ahead, might be feeding in. Nelson in on the Hill Murray zone. It's Nelson moving in and just sends that one wide.
She saw that left side was open, and it was just a little bit too far on the outside. Great breakaway opportunity.
Lang was there to collect from the far half wall. It deflects into a Pioneer. And here comes Olsen ahead, skips over the Pony line. Grace Shaney, we've seen her involvement in the starting lineup tonight. Could be some important minutes defensively for Stillwater to number 6, Shaney. As DeJarnette tries to hold in that far wall. 35 seconds remaining of a 4-on-4. Now some space here for the Pioneers. Stretch pass too long for Emily Pohl, and that will clear the Stillwater zone and bring a face-off back down to the Pioneer end with 12:46 left in our first. Pioneers and Ponies, two teams that have traditionally really shown how to build not only a hockey program, but a girls hockey program. Of course, a new start for former Olympian, former Gopher Natalie Darwitz is a co-head coach with Jake Bobrowski. He's also been in the mix of Minnesota women's hockey, was with Elmira College last year. And a coaching duty there, now both in charge. And so some pretty strong resumes to bring into a strong program like Hill Murray.
Yeah, two perennial clubs that look good on and off the ice with the, I love the sweaters this year. I love the Stillwater sweaters.
Very sharp.
The Hill Murray, that green and black just pop. I just love that. That's my color commentary for tonight.
Oh, man. Hockey fans all across the state are used to seeing that green and black well into the spring, as Finn is out of the penalty box. So there was about 20 seconds of a skater advantage there for the Pioneers. Unable to do anything with that, as Nelson tries to work it away from a couple of Pioneers right at center ice. Cottingham is tangled up. It does collect right at the Pony line. Cheney will chase in deep and recollects there defensively and dumps it off. Bit of contact. St. Martin works it away here for the Ponies.
March got laid out by Berglund there.
Well, physical. Seen some physical games already this year. One of those being that thriller against Benilde St. Margaret we had to open the season. 7-6, 13 goal. Just a back and forth battle that was the Ponies to start this season. St. Martin was trying to maybe feed Finn coming down that far circle. It ends up into the corner. Spinning away, turning ahead with it is Horning. Horning flips it up to Barine, leaving it wide. And so far, really the only grade A chance that we've seen, Don, has led to that one Hill Murray goal as Nelson moves in. Had that chance earlier, but that's been the only splitting these two teams in this first period.
Well, I mean, Nelson can connect on that breakaway. That's huge.
Timmons has to deal with that one. Ends up a bouncing puck right in on the Stillwater goal.
You are seeing a lot of stick action today.
Hill Murray just doing a nice job just getting pucks to the net as well so far. The shots on goal, just 3-2 Hill Murray here so far. Festive night, good energy in the building. Stillwater boys just had a good battle with White Bear Link. Bears came away with that one, leading us into another really top tier Class 2A girls matchup here for you at the Rec Center and on VAC TV.
5-3 final for that boys loss with an empty netter at the end. It was really a good 3-3 for a good chunk of that period.
Nice look at the far circle. That was Emily Pohl's got 8 goals this year. Now this one wrapped in behind. Timmons with that blocker stop, but another chance fed out in front, and it's J.C. Chatleen, the 9th grader, who's got that goal for the Pioneers. And just like that, Hill Murray have struck twice, and they're up by 2 here in period number 1.
She was able to go high on Timmons. Really nice goal there. Good work in front of the net.
So Chatleen is right there to finish off that goal as we take a look. So it's the 9th grader.
Emily Pohl with a nice assist on the other side. I think we're going to see that called.
Was Pohl and Engelhart on the assists for the Pioneers, and Coach Darwitz, Coach Natalie, and Jake going to be happy with how this one has opened up from the Pioneers. Again, they've just done a nice job pressuring Timmons, and it's led to some goal scoring chance. Maybe another one here with Morrell moving in and sends that one high. Cheney might have gotten a stick in on that Maddie Morrell shot on goal. Ends up clearing the Pioneer zone. One of those situations now here, Don. Again, we talked about it, having to come from behind here for the Ponies, down by 2.
Yeah, so far Hill Murray's done a great job defensively, limiting the opportunities. The one, like you said, there's been one big opportunity, Brooke Nelson getting open, nothing since.
Emily Pohl into double digits in points now for the year with that assist on that goal, and Engelhart as well, assist number 3 on the season for the Pioneers, coming off a 10-0 shutout win over South St. Paul on Saturday. Already Hill Murray's 3rd shutout win of the season. They've only given up 3 goals in their first 6, and all around, that just kind of shows you what this Hill Murray team is built of. Along with the goal scorers, they don't give up many goals.
No, they don't give up more than 1. They've given up 1 to Eden Prairie, Rogers, and Edina, and that's it.
They've had their fair share of tough matchups to start this season as well. Nothing that, again, these two programs are far-fetched from. So far, Pioneers not minding the road trip here to Stillwater as it comes up right onto the stick of Grandhausen, just trying to feed it down into this near corner. Zip over to the far side. Alexa March trying to turn it away. I think that first conversation of the season, Don, we had was about this matchup and how it gets circled on these players and coaches' minds right away as this one deflects into the slot. Still a bouncing puck. Eventually comes out to the points, deflected there.
Nice block.
Important block there by the Ponies as the pressure stays on here for Hill Murray. Ryan into the corner, feeds it out high slot. Berglund stick handles, works it back here near half wall to Bronshausen. And March will send it far side up and through the air, and going all the way down. And
Finn's icing that one.
And icing, but again, Don, this matchup was a couple weeks ago. That was before their season opener. We had that fun one against Benilde, and you already heard from Coach Cashman that this is the kind of matchup that gets a nice, bright yellow, maybe a pink highlighter at the start of your season.
Yeah, and see, she was saying something interesting, that you don't want to start the season with that because that's all you're talking about. She wants people focused on their game, and well, now this game is here, and they're going to have to focus on getting a goal if they can with another icing on the table.
This one will clear the Hill Murray zone. We'll get another face-off down inside of the Stillwater zone with 7:34 left in this first period. 2-goal lead for Hill Murray, Berglund and Chaplin. Early goal scorers for a 6-0 Hill Murray Pioneer team. This puck dangerously trickled its way through, found Timmons, who was able to block it her way. Timmons 3-2 on the season, 3.4 goals against. Grayson on the other end, 6-0 already, those 3 shutouts. Started all 6 for the Pioneers so far this season. Trying to toe drag it in beyond goal was Emma Shard. Now the Pioneers come back with it to Barine, who fires in a shot wide. Ends up back toward Emma Shard on that far wall. Gets out through neutral ice. Now Nelson picks up a loose puck, but a good stick defensively there from Bronshausen, and the defensive ability has been strong here from the Pioneers. Good feed forward to Pohl. Now Pohl works it into the slot. Emily Pohl can't get that shot away.
Pohl did a great job there staying on side. I mean, just about timed it perfectly, so closely that I'm sure players didn't expect it. Oh, I did not see the penalty. I didn't see the penalty, but it looks like St. Martin, it's going to get a little love tap from J.C. Chadlane on the way to the box.
So it will be St. Martin, and a power play chance to the Pioneers already with a 2-goal lead and 6:35 left in this first period. Here from the St. Croix Valley Rec Center. Happened off the puck a little bit, as this one's worked right on top of Timmons, and Timmons is able to come up with maybe one of the bigger saves of this game so far, as it's St. Martin in the box, and a body checking penalty with a minute 52 left in this Hill Murray power play. It was a good penalty kill from that game on Saturday against Park for the Ponies. Park only went 1 for 6 on those power play chances.
Yeah, that's going to be key, right? Even matched, Hill Murray is a beast. Short-handed, it's a tough call.
This one evades the center red line. Pioneers look to work it back into their attacking end on the power play. A stick from Cheney punches it down inside the Hill Murray zone. And it's a stretch pass out wide to Addie McLay, who works it ahead here for the Pioneers. And McLay fires in on Timmons, goes wide. With 5:53 left in period number 1, a 2-goal Hill Murray lead. It's Bristol Don Ackerman with you here on VAC TV. Great to have Pony Hockey back with you.
Really tough about this power play kill that Stillwater has to do is when their best offensive player is in the box.
You see a lot of number 7, unless number 7 is in the penalty area, and Timmons has to come up with a deflected shot. That looked like Horning just tried to redirect that on goal, and Timmons comes up with that stop, and 51 seconds left in this Hill Murray power play.
Yeah, really good idea to redirect. Try to get a third one past number 31.
Pioneers come up with the draw. It ends up into Josie Lang, and beneath the stick of Olivia Bronshausen, works all the way down beyond the goal line and Grace Zahn. 33 seconds left. Feels like an important penalty kill moment here for the Ponies early on, down by 2.
Oh, it definitely is. And I think you're seeing a good defensive effort here by Stillwater so far.
Nelson does a nice job, works it out of neutral ice. Ponies get some fresh legs on. One of those right on top of the right on top of the puck was Bryn Laska, the 9th grader, with a bit of space for Hill Murray, and firing it wide is Alania Engelhardt. She's already got an assist. Now it's another look on goal. This time the goal scorer, J.C. Chatelain, fires one in on Timmins, already up to 7 saves in this first period on 9 Pioneer shots.
Yeah, and the key there, I think, is for Timmins is to not give up those rebounds as the Hill Murray players are crashing the net. That's something that Benilde St. Margaret's was able to take advantage of as well. So key there is to keep that under control, and the penalty has been killed.
Stillwater got their first win of the year, 3-2 over Cretin-Durham Hall, and welcomed in Minnetonka. Another really, again, talk about a tough schedule to open up this year. That was a 5-2 loss. Have rattled off 3 straight. Found themselves out to 4-2, including a 7-0 shutout on the road against Forest Lake.
Yeah, I think that was kind of an apex moment for the club as they came together, put together a solid game, and I think Park brought them back down to earth a little bit.
Along with probably feeling like that Benilde's game to start the season is another backhanded chance has to be covered up here by Timmins. Along with feeling like that Benilde St. Margaret's game to open the year got away from them. They made their way back in that third period, down by 3, and had every opportunity to come away with that one. Minnetonka, of course, came here to the rec center, knocked off these Ponies. Good face-off now. Ponies finally able to get it out of their own zone. Hill Murray's pressure very, very prevalent so far, Don, and it's led them to a strong first period.
It has. You can see there that they've looked like the better club so far.
Nelson, that puck nearly deflected nicely for Nelson.
Yeah, you know who did that. St. Martin.
One guess, it might be number 7. As now it's number 6 moving in for the Pioneers. That's Scoopman, who, boy, had a great turn and a great angle on Timmins, but that is now 11 first period saves for Lily Timmins. Yeah, and again, kept the rebound. For me, that's a key. I love to see that because I think that leads to success. The rebounds are very dangerous with the better clubs. You just cannot give them a chance at a loose puck. I think we've got another player coming out on the ice here to take the face-off. Do need 5. No penalties at the moment. Bell McKenzie goes in on the center draw. Nope. No, McKenzie for
sent out.
Hoff. And Pioneers end up coming away with it. So it comes out to the point. Ponies with a 2-goal deficit to work themselves out of here as nearly a loose puck fell for Desjarnet. McKenzie skates in down the right wing. Good speed out of McKenzie. Does get it in front of goal. Oh, and it ended up off the blocker somehow with Grace Zahn, and a good turn on goal there for Stillwater. As it's Desjarnet, leaves it out in the slot. Hoff gets the shot away. That ends up loose on goal. And it pokes out to March, and a bit of life out of this Desjarnet, Hoff, and March line here for the Ponies.
Hoff looking to get her first goal of the season, and she's definitely putting in the effort there. 2 good chances so far for Hoff.
It's actually Belle McKenzie who was a part of that attacking line. A couple of looks on goal to Grace Zahn. She's going to come up with 3 saves here in the first period. As another face-off end up down inside of the Hill Murray zone with 2:55 left here in the first period.
Pretty amazing to look at the shots on goal, 3-13. I think the scoreboard reflects it accurately on both sides.
Absolutely. This is a Pioneer team that's brought back some experience. A loss in their section championship game last year kept a really good Pioneer team out of that state tournament. And they're going to be looking to get back not only to that section, deep into the section playoffs, but be involved in St. Paul this spring. Ends up loose in the far corner. It ends up out to the point. Nice job by Lang, able to hold the zone. Critical aggressive sticks from Laska. Now a high deflecting shot. Ends up loose in front of goal again. Mariah Hooten couldn't turn a backhanded chance on goal, and they do work and icing to get another faceoff. And what's been a better couple of minutes for the Ponies, they've gotten some looks on the Hill Murray goal and just kind of worked themselves into this game a little bit.
Yeah, I think the starting lineups hasn't really put it together, but the non-starting lineups have. The second line, third line are getting some efforts in, and they need that.
It's up to this near side point after a win off the faceoff for Stillwater. Nelson can play that into the zone, and Lang will pick it up, settle it right at center ice here. Minute 45 left in this first period. St. Martin tangled up, no whistle, goes straight to the puck. St. Martin moves in, and a big save by Grace Zahn right in on goal. And now we do get a whistle for, must have been a possible carry, but nonetheless, biggest chance of the period for number 7.
Really nice goal too. She came across. I think everybody thought she was going left. She went right. Goalie got a piece of it, I think, with her shoulder.
Already 6 goals, 10 assists for Josie St. Martin. Has well cleared the 100-point mark, and that time sitting right on the blue line offside is St. Martin. We get a neutral ice face-off here. Minute 29 left in this first period. A better couple of minutes for this Stillwater team as St. Martin rips one on, and a glove stop by Grace Zahn. Boy, Zahn has 3 shutouts so far this season and just robbed St. Martin of 2 really good looks on goal.
You can see why too, and I think to beat Zahn, you're going to have to make sure you've got more puck movement. Like, that was very, I like that passing, but I think they're going to have to do more. They're going to force Zahn to have more movement to get one by. I think if Zahn can zone in on whoever's shooting, Zahn's going to end up stopping that puck.
And here's when they face off inside of their own zone. It does come out to Josie Lang, who fires one in at the Hill Murray goal. Took a deflection but went wide. Minute 08 left in this period. Kicks out of the corner. Nelson is there. Just already feeling like some better legs here from the Ponies toward the end of this first period as St. Martin has that one poked away. And away with it is Sophie Olsen up ice for Hill Murray. Sophie Olsen down the right wing. Feeds it out in front. Nottingham couldn't turn it on goal as Barine feeds it around. Final 45 seconds as it comes away to St. Martin now. Tries to flick it on forward and does get to it. Here's St. Martin over the Pony line. Feeds it over to Nelson. Nelson's able to get a late shot away. Zahn didn't cover up, but we got a quick whistle to the disbelief of the Ponies as that puck was loose and Zahn didn't get to it. A whistle stops that attack with 29 seconds to go.
Man, St. Martin did a great job passing it off too, and then just basically camped out in front of the net, was waiting, find me, I'll put it in the net.
Well, Zahn was a bit off balance too. That could have been a developing scoring chances right off the draw. Good feed in on a look on goal there from Hoff. Final 20 seconds.
Stillwater really wanted to get that goal too. That'd be a great way to end this period.
Absolutely. Would have been a big moment to get on the board. Down by 2 with final 9 seconds. Instead, it's Hill Murray looking for more. Out of the corner, this is Pohl trying to feed it out in front. Final 2 seconds. Pohl spins away, can't backhand it, and a late take on goal is denied. And we go into our first intermission with Hill Murray on top. And after 1, it is Stillwater 0. Hill Murray 2 from 1 here from the St. Croix Valley Rec Center. We'll step aside, break down that first period when we come back right here on Back TV.
Well, it looks like John's trying to make dinner again.
Got the ketchup and mustard?
Yep.
Got the relish?
Yep.
Hot dogs and buns?
Yep. Got the charcoal?
Uh-oh. We're out of charcoal.
What? Well then, what are we gonna eat?
Don't worry, I got you covered. Wow, that was quick.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Hey guys, Papa John's.
Nice. Oh, yummy.
How'd you know?
I always do.
Rivalry matchup on a Tuesday night here at the St. Croix Valley Rec Center, and after one, it's the Pioneers in front. Stillwater nothing, Hill Murray 2. Hans Bristol, Don Ackerman welcoming you back to the Rec Center, and hot start from the Pioneers. They really came out and made a statement on that first period, but Stillwater were catching their legs, catching their speed, and forced some really good chances to finish that first period.
Yeah, initially, the first 2 goals were pretty powerful. I think we'll see the second one here shortly. But a great job by Hill Murray to get out on them. They really did have some great attacks coming down the ice as a wave. You could see them coming at you. Stillwater wasn't able to do much about it. Unfortunately, it leads to a two-goal deficit. I think later on that first period, you really saw things turn around, and Stillwater started getting on the attack. Shots on goal started to lean more toward their way. I think it leads up to them for a second goal. If they could have broken through that right at the end there, if they could have found St. Martin in front, that would have been huge.
Yeah, Grace on with a couple really big saves for the Pioneers toward the end of that first period, and really just goes to show you how St. Martin, how she is able to really just implement herself into a game like this and be a playmaker, even down a couple of goals.
Yeah, they saw there earlier that they were coming to shut her down, so what'd she do? She slides it off to her teammate and then is ready for the return. I mean, yeah, I think you got to find a way to get the puck back to her, because she'll either refeed you after the defense moves, or she'll find another teammate.
Yeah, Brooke Nelson had another really good look on goal in that first period. The shots on goal did finish 13-5 Hill Murray, as the opening goal was by Regan Berglund, who started the scoring for Hill Murray, and then goal number 2, J.C. Chaplin, a loose puck in front of goal, Don, that the Ponies just couldn't recover down to defensively. As you take a look. Right on top of it was Chaplin.
That's the second goal where he just had the passing. Both of those goals were produced by good passing by Hill Murray.
Yep.
Good team effort. One was a rebound, I think. The other one was just pass, and a score. So that's phenomenal. Hill Murray's doing everything right so far. I think if I'm Hill Murray, I want to adjust in that second period, and I try to limit the opportunities that Stillwater gets. For sure, stay off the power play. We technically had 2 power plays in this game, but not really, because both were short.
Yeah, a little bit of 4-on-4 action there as well. The Ponies do get the penalty kill, but it is the Pioneers, as they have done so much of this year so far, and that's open and dominate, control games. They've been able to do just that. Still 2 periods left here, though, at the Rec Center. After one, it's Hill Murray leading 2-0 over the Ponies. We'll be right back. Second period coming right up here on VAC TV. Stay with us.
Well, it looks like John's trying to make dinner again.
Got the ketchup and mustard?
Yup.
Got the relish?
Yup.
Hot dogs and buns?
Yup. Got the charcoal?
Uh-oh. We're out of charcoal.
What? Well then, what are we gonna eat?
Don't worry, I got you covered.
Hello.
Wow, that was quick.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Thank you, have a good night.
You too.
Hey guys, Papa John's.
Nice. Oh, yummy.
How'd you know?
I always do.
Community ed serves a great purpose in our community and helps keep families connected.
Community education has something for everyone.
I really love watching the kids improve.
We're having so much fun!
You can do it! Nice job!
Come and see us at Community Ed for a good time for kids and families.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
My name is Stephen Gordy, and I'm the building principal at Lake Elmo Elementary School. The school actually opened here over 100 years ago. Part of what really makes Lake Elmo strong is the community involvement that we get. And again, if you look at research around elementary schools and you start to measure what makes a healthy elementary school, that community involvement, specifically parents and guardians who are heavily involved, is really a strong sign of a really robust program. And we're very fortunate to have that kind of support, and our immersion program reflects that as well. We're in our second year of the development of our immersion program. Our goal is to have K all the way through 5th grade. We have a large Hispanic population in the area, and our goal is to see 1/3 to 1/2 of our students be native Spanish speakers. Again, going back to that learning about as you learn among, when you have native Spanish speakers and English speakers, that learning is accelerated. We also are the cluster site for medically complex students. Many of them come to school in wheelchair, walker, other assisted devices. That integration into our program also creates compassion and empathy among our students, and those are life skills that kids have a chance to develop. When we talk about the strengths of Lake Elmo, the word community always comes up. And really what we're talking about is the connections, right? And those connections center around relationships, student to student, student to teacher, home to school. That's when you start to feel that sense of community. And we take great pride in the relationships that we develop.
The opportunities that our students have to learn and grow on a daily basis through all of our physical education and health courses is second to none. We're very fortunate and we're thankful to be able to take advantage of all the learning opportunities that we get to create and share with our students.
For personal and community health, we hit all the national standards, including the mental health standards. We as a department think it's important to try to eliminate the stigma attached to mental health, and we do a lot of different activities and learning that will help empower students to help themselves and to help other people.
It's really important to teach our students the necessary decision-making skills regarding alcohol, tobacco, and other drugs. We also have people come in from a program called Know the Truth. They have graduated from a rehabilitation facility to overcome their substance abuse disorder.
Our sexual health unit focuses on communication and respect, both for ourselves and for others. Students really reflect on their personal values and their viewpoints to make healthy decisions surrounding their sexual health.
In nutrition, our students will learn to develop the knowledge and skills that will be needed to help them to make healthy food and beverage choices throughout their lives.
The primary purpose of the American Red Cross First Aid, CPR, and AED training is to help students recognize and respond appropriately to cardiac, breathing, and first aid emergencies. All students will have the opportunity to be certified if they desire.
The goal of our Fitness for Life class is to encourage students to develop and maintain a health-enhancing level of fitness. along with discovering activities they may want to do and continue to do once they graduate from high school.
Our weight training course is designed to help students develop basic and advanced weight training techniques and to understand those concepts to allow for fitness and health growth and development. Students will take ownership through SMART goals by developing their own SMART goals. It's individualizing and taking ownership of their learning.
Unified PE is a unique opportunity for students with varying abilities, backgrounds to come together. We focus on the physical, intellectual, and social growth of all students in physical education. Special Olympics and our own Ponies Trust Club support this class with fun activities, field trips. They offer collaborations with other unified schools and so much more.
Team sports is a really good class we have here at Stillwater High School. It is designed for anybody that likes to compete, and you don't necessarily have to be a varsity athlete to be in this class. And there's a little bit of something for everybody in team sports.
Our personal fitness and sport class is a great opportunity for students to explore how they can incorporate exercise into their daily practice for a lifetime. We also encourage proper nutrition, hydration, and sleep habits throughout our semester so that they can take these beyond just our classroom. As Ed and health teachers here at Stillwater High School, we help our students make connections between our courses and their everyday lives now and in the future.
It's pretty cool.
Mr. Dennis McDonough.
Two more times. Come on. It's gonna collect in some kind of a basin up here.
It is just an unbelievable experience and advantage that we're giving to kids.
Preserve those local events that last a lifetime. Visit the VAC TV store on your computer or mobile device to purchase school programs and community events. DVD, Blu-ray, and digital downloads are available. Make it easy and search for your program that you wish to purchase. Buying is convenient with multiple options at your disposal while checking out. Visit vactv.org/store today.
Well, it looks like John's trying to make dinner again.
Got the ketchup and mustard?
Yep.
Got the relish?
Yep.
Hot dogs and buns?
Yep. Got the charcoal?
Uh-oh. We're out of charcoal.
What? Well then, what are we gonna eat?
Don't worry, I got you covered.
Hello.
Wow, that was quick.
Yep, thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Hey guys, Papa John's.
Nice. Oh, yummy.
How'd you know?
I always do.
Right into the second period here from the St. Croix Valley Rec Center. The Hill Murray Pioneers with a 2-goal lead over the Stillwater Ponies here after one. Into the second period, Hans Bristol, Don Ackerman back with you. And gotta think, Don, the Ponies would really like to build off that strong finish to that first period.
Yeah, totally agree. They did a good strong showing in the latter half of that first period, and they want to continue that now. They certainly don't want to regress to what Hill Murray was doing in that first period. Early on, they were dominating.
Pioneers up to the 6-0 start to the season. 2-goal lead here tonight, trying to build on that. But it's always a tough physical matchup, as St. Martin had like we said, was a big part of that strong finish to that first period. And the Ponies couldn't find their way onto the score sheet. So ends up right back at the center red line. That's Riley Robinson. Feeds it quickly ahead. Nelson's right there. As it ends up all the way back onto the stick of 8th grader Olivia Bronshausen. She's got plenty of minutes in Pioneer years to come. To be at that age and playing at this high of level really speaks to a strong amount of talent that Natalie Darwitz and Jake Bobrovsky take over in this Hill Murray program. Jarnett tied up with a Pioneer right at center ice. Shots on goal 13-5, and it felt just about that from those opening 17 minutes.
Yeah, it was 13-3 for a good part of that period.
Some of those better shots from Stillwater came at the end of that period. As this ends up to Emily Pohl on that left point. Filtered in below the goal line. Backhanded onto the stick of Engelhart. All the way back out to Senden. Now goes to the far circle. That took a deflection. Good save there from Timmons. Had to drop down to the blockers to come up with that stop. Ponies were all over that puck right at center ice, but instead it's Wayan who moves in. Wayan sends it high slot. Laid off here for Senden, who fires on, and that goes wide. But what a beautiful setup by the Ponies. Now the Ponies have numbers the other way. Skating in with speed, moving it on goal, and Zahn comes up with the stop, denying Mariah Hooten, the sophomore, with a great chance on goal for Stillwater.
Boy, we're seeing a lot out of this. Everybody not on the first line, you're seeing some good energy there. I think that's got to be something that Coach Annie Cashman's very excited about.
Boy, Grace Zahn, we talked about it, 6-0, has started all 6 games, up to just 6 saves here tonight. Coming into this one, just 3 goals allowed. That's a .6 goals against average and a 97% on the saves so far this season. And when the Ponies have had their looks, they've been dangerous chances.
They have been, for sure. It started early on when Brooke Nelson took that puck in by herself. That could potentially flip the game around. And again, now I think the next goal is going to be a huge deal to us to see what happens as far as does Hill Murray kind of take this game away, or does Stillwater creep back into it with the next goal?
Zahn was actually only in goal for 1 period in that most recent win over South St. Paul, where the Pioneers piled on a total of 45 shots on goal in that game, leading to their 10-0 win over the Packers. And here tonight, up to 14, and 2 goals against these Stillwater Ponies. Nelson fires that one down. That took a weird deflection. It had all sorts of space. Zahn's able to send that one away stick side. Like you talked about earlier, Don, it's going to take some extra effort on the playmaking and creating spaces to find those scoring chances to get beyond not only a strong Hill Murray goaltender in goal, but defensively as well.
Yeah, you're definitely going to have to take Hill Murray out of their game. I think if you take them on as they expect, they're going to come out on top.
Bit of space up through neutral ice. This is Chloe Barine, leading scorer, coming off a hat trick. Doesn't turn that shot in on Timmins. 13:43 left in this second period, and moving in offside are the Ponies into the Hill Murray zone. 13:41 left in this second period.
That gives Stillwater a chance to change the line there. And which might not be a bad thing, because, you know, the other lines have had some good, provided good energy for Stillwater.
Absolutely. It's both of these teams that saw their seasons similarly just a year ago come at the ends of the Gentry Academy, soon to be Class 2A state champion. As that one, that rattled up into the padding of Lily Timmins, who has to come up with that stop, and that puck took a really weird deflection going in on goal, but Timmins comes up with the save, now 13 so far.
Timmins has really settled in well after the 2 early goals by Hill Murray. Not that you could really blame Timmins for those 2. They were just 2 great efforts. She was outnumbered in both situations, but nice stop there.
Face-off win on this near circle for the Pioneers inside of their attacking zone. Had a lot of pressure on the Stillwater goal tonight so far. This is Maddie Morrell trying to move in, just ends up spinning it to the end wall. Addie Finn was right on top of it as well, and it comes out to the point for Skoogman. Skoogman jumps back on top of it, ends up loose, now fired in. Good look on goal there by Cottingham, denied by the blocker of Timmins. Now it comes up this near wall and punching it ahead, trying to find DeJarnette. A long stretch pass from Hoff. Ends up back on neutral ice here for the Ponies.
The Ponies have to make sure that they have that sense of urgency, but don't forget to be patient every now and then when you're bringing the puck down the ice. Passing's really key in this game.
At the blue line, flicked high into the air. That one somehow kept in the Hill Murray zone, and look out. A fan gets a collector's puck. Nope, they threw it back on. Not time for a chuck-a-puck just yet.
Nope, a little early.
That's no fair. That fan got a warm-up.
They did, that's right.
I need
but they traded away their souvenir. They could have had their own, but I think they encourage those to get returned.
I think so, at least at this level. 12 minutes to go in this second period. Ooh, big hit there from Josie Lang, who maybe unintentionally looked like lost balance, but it did bring Chloe Barine off the puck, who could not turn it back on goal. A couple of unhappy Pioneer fans on the away side, but in comes St. Martin. Loses it, gets it back to Nelson, feeds it in front of goal. Chard was there, but it's all covered up securely by Zahn. Better build up again once from that Nelson and St. Martin line.
Yeah, I think they've got to get it to Chard a little earlier. Chard kind of redirected it, but didn't really get a terribly strong shot and wasn't really in a position to one-time it, if you will, or she was just able to direct it, not redirect it. Let me correct myself.
Pioneers come away with this face-off. 11:33 left in the second period. Ponies trying to find something here. Had some looks on goal, but nothing to speak of so far against a good physical, well-disciplined Hill Murray side. Ends up poked forward there by Chatlin. Over to the line is Engelhart. Loses it to the far half wall, pinned there by Finn. Puck comes free into the end boards. Makes its way all the way into the corner. Some physicality out of St. Martin. Forces the puck free, and Addie Finn spins away with a nice move out of the corner. Either end of the ice, you can always count on 22. Using physicality and speed, always challenging for loose pucks, and we've seen a physical game here so far. St. Martin goes down, and we will have a Hill Murray penalty, and the Ponies on their way to the power play for the first time in the second period.
Yeah, Martin's been on the ice multiple times. I think it's the first time she's collected.
Looked like it was Karis Lyons, the senior, who is into the penalty box for the trip with 10:43 left in this second period. And Ponies have a true power play opportunity here. Down by 2, trying to look to cut into this Hill Murray lead. And good time to do it would be on this power play up a skater.
Yeah, great time for them. I think they played a good game, so a good period so far. And the key here is to keep that, and I think St. Martin just picked up a penalty herself. So another short power play.
Boy, you're exactly right. It was a loose puck that got out toward neutral ice, and boy, St. Martin turned. Maybe just didn't feel like had any other option than to bring the Pioneer down. One of those potentially goal-saving type of penalties.
I'm wondering what they're going to call exactly.
It looked like a trip as, again, a Pioneer was trying to make their way out of the zone to loose puck. So 4-on-4 for 1:30 now, with 1:28 left in the Karis Wyant penalty. Approaching 10 minutes to go in our second period. All the way in deep there from Casey Sendin. Sends it up the far wall, collected by Barine, who is dangerous. As Barine, though, really good stick from Josie Lang, denies that chance. And now Lang comes ahead, head off on the far wing. Josie Lang still going, tries to spin away from a defender. Off ends up off balance, into the end wall to pick up that loose puck. And away comes Chloe Barine for Hill Murray. Barine moves in, sent into the far circle, in on Timmins, a big stop there from Timmins. A blast gets blocked by Skoogman, and it ends up being chased by hit creator Bronshausen. Now deflected in front, Timmins denies that chance.
Yeah.
Ooh, dangerous stick there from Emily Pohl.
Really nice redirect, goes off Timmins' right shoulder. Timmins knew that she got it, but she didn't know where the puck went afterwards. She was looking around for it. Great job moving herself into the right position so that that puck can't go in.
Boy, save number 16 for Timmins here so far, and that felt like a big one. As the 4-on-4, you can tell the Pioneers have taken advantage of the extra ice.
Well, yeah, in the 4-on-4, you know, typically you might say it might be an even matchup, but Stillwater has one of their best skaters sitting in the box.
St. Martin's second penalty here tonight, had that tripping call right at the beginning of a Pony power play, which gotta believe Annie Cashman and her staff will be disappointed to see that chance slip away. Already down by 2. Hill Murray once again strong on this 4-on-4. Pioneer sitting right in front of goal was J.C. Chadlin, and then that's followed up with another goal for the Pioneers anyways. Well, boy, Chapman was right in the mix, and Hill Murray jump on another loose puck, and it's 3-0.
Skoogman with a little wraparound, that got into the net.
Exactly that. It's Josie Skoogman, the junior, who is going to have just goal number 2 on the season for the defender. And 4-on-4 goal for the Pioneers makes it 3-0. As we get our face-off, we do take another look.
Took the puck from behind the net and put it in.
I think they had that announcer in the stadium there had that wrong. It should be Skoogman from Chadlin.
Correct.
And that's who we're going to credit the goal to, as St. Martin breaks forward out of the penalty box. Couldn't get that puck to her stick. As we go back to full strength here, there was just a brief moment of about 15 seconds of an extra skater. Hill Murray did not score within those 15 seconds. As St. Martin moves in, stick handles through the slot, falls for a good look on goal by Mariah Hooten, sends it wide. It ends up onto the end wall of Sendin.
Yeah, and I think St. Martin's been put to the ice again, and they've really done a good job of, I think, messing with her tonight.
Not much space for the usual superstar that is Josie St. Martin. 5 different goal scorers in that win over Park on Saturday. St. Martin was one of those. As this shot out from the point, Petrana can't find that one through. It's pinned onto the far half wall with 7:20 to go in this second period. And it all of a sudden just feels like a little bit more of a hill to climb and a hole to dig out of here for these Ponies, now down by 3.
Yeah, it's definitely going to take some extra effort, but maybe we're going to see some power. There we go, another penalty. I think we're going to see some penalties. That might be what Stillwater needs to get back into this game.
That'll be J.C. Chatlin, who just had that last assist to Skoogman on that last goal, but it is Chatlin into the penalty box, the 9th grader. And right back to a Pony power play, who have not really been able to hold on to the power play situations, and really needing to do that here and maybe look to even try and convert down by 3. So St. Martin chases all the way back in deep, and the Ponies look to try and get something going. Just need a spark from these Ponies right now that they just haven't found yet in this one.
Yeah, they just need to get some, connection going, and Hill Murray's done a good job preventing it.
6:28 now left here in period number 2. This puck skips through neutral ice. It'll be a long skate backward for Lang, who does get to it and look up ice to turn this power play ahead here for Stillwater.
Yeah, key here is to get some good passing. They got the puck to the right person to do that.
Into St. Martin now, near circle. Zahn, that puck jolted free just for a moment, but Grace Zahn is able to cover up just like that with 6:05 to go in this second period.
Looked like St. Martin was trying to put it between the goalie and the pipe. Got pretty close to there. The fact that it was mishandled gives Stillwater a face-off, which I think is what they wanted.
Minute 02 left in this power play. 6 minutes now left in our period number 2. As Timmons lays it out for Cheney, who will look up ice here for Stillwater with a 3-goal deficit to try and work out of here. Hooten moves into this left wing, leaves it out for March. Mariah Hooten into the near circle, sends a shot on. That deflected in front of goal, but a really good job by this Hill Murray penalty kill into the final 25 seconds.
Yeah, really nice PK so far. But Stillwater has gotten some shots on net, which is what they want.
Moving into the corner, Audrey Hackler sends it around to the far point. 13 seconds left of this power play. Now it's March sends one in. Oh, and that one snuck through, but just missed that far post. One of the few pucks that's gotten beyond Zahn tonight, as the penalty is over, back to full strength. It's just felt inches away and literally right there for the Ponies as St. Martin comes up with a turnover and goes down. No whistle there from our officials that time as Cheney tries to punch it back into the Pioneer zone and comes back to St. Martin. It falls free for Shard, who can't get that shot away. There's just been a Pioneer stick every time the Ponies are trying to make something happen. And Hill Murray moved back in with speed. Emily Pohl can't find the space. Now Pohl does. Stick handles through the slot, backhands it, sending it wide. And we get more tangled up behind of goal, and the
knocking the net off the moorings.
Came off its posts, and we'll reset there.
Yeah, I think one thing you can see as far as, how this game is going, you're seeing more Ponies on the ice than Hill Murray, and I think that just shows you the advantage that they've been able to portray in this period, extending their lead.
So the power play goes empty for the Ponies. Another penalty kill for Hill Murray. Taking it up ice with some speed ahead is Olivia DeJarnette. All the way into the corner. 4:14 left in this one. Period number 2. Still a third period coming up here from the rec center. Ponies had a 3-goal deficit in that season opener against Benilde St. Margaret. They came back in that third period. Would need to look for a similar performance here tonight as Stillwater moving onside, tangled up with the linesman on that far wall right in front of Annie Cashman's Pony bench.
Really nice defensive play by Finn there. Hill Murray player was trying to go around her. She knew better, poked it loose, but they were offside on the attack.
It's been a Ponies and Pioneer battle, another chapter in these two teams, and there is a Stillwater Pony down into the boards, and just a little bit too much of a stick into the body here of Regan Berglund, who will head to the penalty box for the Ponies, or for the Pioneers, I should say.
Yeah, I got a reaction there because she was too close to the boards to be pushed into the back like that. Very dangerous play. Fortunately, everybody's fine.
They will have a talk about that one.
2 minutes.
And looks like it'll just stay a minor. That was the only thing to check on the cross-checking call. Like, as you noted, did send Brandon Laska into the boards for the Ponies. On another power play chance here. 3:40 left in this second period. As it's St. Martin feeding it back over to Lang. Back and forth. The two experienced players have put many games in a Pony sweater together. It's out back high to St. Martin, who lets it fly. It rebounds away, but a big save there by Zahn. Ends up to Nelson and behind the Hill Murray goal.
Bounced around Finn. She was right there.
St. Martin trying to spin away from a defender right out at the point of this Stillwater power play. Sends another shot in. Finn tried to redirect. Took that puck up high. Couldn't get it toward goal. Now Finn ends up with it with some space. Work behind the Pioneer net. With 3 minutes left in this second period. Minute 10 left on the power play as Nelson sends one through the far circle. That ends up wide, and Lang had to quickly keep that away from Olsen. Sent over far circle again, and Nelson just sends that one through. And going well wide of the Hill Murray goal. Now the Pioneers might end up with it 2-on-1 the other way. Short-handed. This is Olsen moves in, and Timmons has to come up with the stop. After the short-handed look, now the Ponies try and get the legs the other way. And it's punched through, but back safely with Braunhausen defensively for the Pioneers.
Rebound off Timmons on that last one, but Lang was able to snag it. Finn almost handled that into the zone, but it backed up.
Absolutely.
It's really getting chippy right here, but I think it's chippy in Stillwater's favor.
Matty Finn is able to just dump it in. Final 22 seconds of this Stillwater power play. This gets away from a Pony, and now Boreen brings it ahead for the Pioneers. And Boreen from the top of the slot. Timmons well outside of their goal. Couldn't cover up, and again, an early whistle from these referees. My goodness, that could have turned into a Hill Murray scoring chance real quickly. But Timmons comes up with the stop.
Yeah, I guess to some degree, at least this is equalizing with those early whistles. But, I mean, I understand you don't want players injured or anything, but I think you got to make sure the puck's contained.
Final 5 seconds of the extra skater advantage. This Hill Murray penalty kill has been suffocating here so far, and there's a bouncing puck that was fed in by J.C. Chatlin. For great feed from Emily Poland. All the scoring chances, all the pressure continues to come from these Pioneers. Relentless here so far.
Yeah, shots are 9-23, and Timmons, despite giving up 3 goals, has done a great job collecting a lot of those redirected pucks, bouncing pucks, odd-looking passing, bouncing pucks. She's done a great job. You can see the frustration on that face-off by St. Martin. Like, really?
Boy, that last chance even that Brooke Nelson had on that power play kind of slammed the stick down a little bit. Not something you always see from specifically this Ponies team and this group that's played together now for a couple of years. It's been prevalent here tonight. Just have not been able to find the breakthrough. As there is a Pioneer that goes down into the corner. Doesn't draw a whistle from our referees. This one beautifully tapped forward for Engelhardt, who moves in and can't finish on the breakaway chance, and then a loose puck deflects wide of Timmons. Boy, Engelhardt worked it to her backhand. Now this one skips ahead. It's going to be out of the reach of Finn and just through for an icing.
Man, Finn really wanted that one, but Timmons had a great save. I think she knew that was probably coming, but she was able to react, and the puck went wide. She might have been able to stop that had number 26, Ellen Engelhardt, get the shot she wanted. I think Timmons was in the right position on that. That was amazing. That is a huge goal not to give up right now.
Moving in right in front of goal. Boy, Chloe Barine always finds herself in some dangerous positions. Now St. Martin goes down. A signal does go up. We are going to have another Hill Murray penalty on the way here. And this one's going to come with just 48 seconds left of this third period.
Number 10.
And that will be Sophie Olson. It'll be similar to last year's matchup between these two teams that was penalty riddled. The chances have been there, and it looks like we get a timeout here, and I gotta believe that came from Annie Cashman's bench at this final 48 seconds, just looking for a goal for a bit of a momentum into the period.
I completely agree with what she's doing. It's a right move at the right time too. Call a timeout, plan this out, see if you can get a goal here before the period. If not, she'll talk about what we're going to do in the third period once we get there. Right now, we've got 48.8 seconds. We have the advantage. Let's get a goal and get into this game.
And while it's felt controlling, while it's felt dominant from these Pioneers, like you said, it feels like it's one goal away from Stillwater. They spark some life, get themselves right back into this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, this is the time. I mean, it's probably a little late for the people that want, you know, a goal earlier, but this is the time to get one. And we've seen Stillwater come back in the third period like they did against Benilde St. Margaret. I think they're going to need to do the same thing tonight. Maybe it can start right now in the next 48 seconds.
Well, that's all that's left here in this second period, and a timeout to talk things over before it is a power play chance with Sophie Olson going to the penalty box. That is the 5th Hill Murray penalty already in this one, just 3 to the Ponies here so far, but no power play chances
There's
so
a look
far
at the
in this
visiting
one.
traveling fans who came from Hill Murray to see this matchup.
Absolutely.
A lot of green out there. A lot of red on the other side.
As we talked about earlier, these are two programs that really look to deserve respect and always in the mix of the top of Class 2A hockey. But here we go. Final 40 seconds of this second period. Ponies big spot here on the power play as Lang feeds it over to Nelson, who sends it in on Zahn. Save on the near goal side. Ends up in behind, trying to feed it ahead is Shard. Leaves it into Lang in the corner. Now Lang skips it through. McLay couldn't get to it. Final 22 seconds, and it is 22 on the puck for the Ponies. Addie Finn on the power play from this near circle, takes it herself and just sends it right in on Zahn with 14 seconds left in this period number 2. Shots on goal 23-11 in favor of Hill Murray and 11 saves for Grace Zahn.
Yeah, great shot. Great shot by Finn there, and trying to set up Shard for a rebound.
Final 14 seconds. Ponies able to win the draw, but it does exit the zone as Finn collects right away with speed down this near wall. Addie Finn, great effort, feeds it out to St. Martin on the far circle, and that one is deflected in front of goal, and clock will run out on this second period. Boy, the Ponies have had some really good looks on goal, just unable to find that breakthrough. And we will head to the third period. Stillwater still scoreless, but Hill Murray had one more. And at the end of 2, it's Stillwater 0, Hill Murray 3, headed to our third period. We'll be right back. You're watching Pony Hockey on VAC TV. Stay with us. We'll recap that second period. Be back for the third right here on VAC TV.
Well, it looks like John's trying to make dinner again.
Got the ketchup and mustard?
Yep.
Got the relish?
Yep.
Hot dogs and buns?
Yep. Got the charcoal?
Uh-oh. We're out of charcoal.
What? Well then, what are we gonna eat?
Don't worry, I got you covered.
Hello.
Wow, that was quick.
Yep, thank you very much.
Thank you, have a good night.
You too.
guys. Papa John's.
Nice. Oh, yummy.
How'd you know?
I always do.
It's down here at the St. Croix Valley Rec Center. Hill Murray in front. Hans Bristol, Don Ackerman welcoming you here back to Stillwater. And these Hill Murray Pioneers, Don, tonight have put in a 2-period performance. The power play hasn't gotten for the Ponies, but it's been really strong here from Hill Murray so far.
Yeah, they've done a really good job of frustrating St. Martin, I think, and they've done a good job defensively. There's been limited opportunities. You haven't really seen too many, even on the power plays. Not a ton of connections going on. I think that's something that Stillwater wants to change in the third.
Now, not sure you and I came up as winners on the
Chuck-a-puck
or not. I can't say I've ever done that.
I don't think so.
Don provided our whole crew. Maybe one of us will end up a winner, but one thing has been the puck just not going in the net here tonight so far for Stillwater.
Yeah, I mean, Hill Murray's done a great job. I think they've played the game they want to play. They've done a good job preventing all the opportunities. They focused early on St. Martin, and I think that's really paid off. Addie Finn's been physical, but she's also been frustrated a little bit. So I think they've done a good job overall doing what they want to do. I think Stillwater has not been able to do what they want to do, and that's something that has to change if that scoreboard's going to change.
Yeah, we've talked about it. This team has already had games this season where they've dealt with deficits, dealt with not being ahead on the scoreboard, and here tonight's going to be one or more of those examples, Don, where we saw it at the end of that second period. They took that timeout, had that chance on the power play, haven't been able to get that specifically going, but they can strike on something early on in the third. It's really a totally new game.
Yeah, I mean, I think the key is to just get that first goal, right? Change that momentum. You'll see a reaction to that and then go from there.
Well, it's been a tough stretch of schedules, some tough opponents that these Ponies have felt tonight. The shots on goal have still heavily favored Hill Murray in this one, and the only goal to speak of was to Josie Skoogman. Again, one of those goals, Don. Hill Murray doing a great job jumping on top of a loose puck. Skoogman brought it from behind the goal on the wraparound chance and just fed it behind Timmons.
Yeah, the assist goes to Chat Lane, but really Chat Lane was taking a shot. You see her scoop around, take advantage of it, trying to get it behind Timmons, who's done a good job, I think, in net, trying to take advantage of her moving and not knowing exactly where that puck is, having to look back and then trying to poke it in.
And the margins have really felt not very large between there being big moments for the Ponies to score, and again, just a heads-up play on a loose puck that is what's got Hill Murray up by 3.
Yeah, and you haven't seen them been able to, I think they tried to do some redirection pucks later in that second period. Brooke Nelson had a couple breakaways that weren't able to complete. I think if one of those breaks through for them, we might see a whole different game. And we got the coach up here, and she's going to talk to us a little bit about it.
Oh, fantastic!
Come on in.
We'll let Andy go right now. Here you go, Coach.
Good, how are you?
Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Yeah, no problem.
We were just talking about how one break, and this could be a completely different game. Brooke Nelson opened a couple times. They've done a good job.
I mean, best goalie in the state one of the best goalies in the state for a reason with Hill Murray. We knew what Grace would bring, and that first save she made on Josie there and the low glove in the first period, there's probably one kid in the state or 2 kids in the state that can make it, and they're both on the ice tonight, and that was a great play. It was unbelievable. Then there's the tip on Addie, another great save. So she's the one that's kind of been the difference so far for them. We had 2 breakdowns in the first period that we caught in transition, and they've capitalized, and we haven't.
So you continue to have this really tough schedule early.
Yep.
You want to talk about that? By design? And then
part of it is because the way our conference sets up. Once we kind of get into the conference season, there isn't a lot of wiggle room unless you want to play Friday nights or Thursday nights, and that takes you out of a rhythm for the rest of the week, so you don't really want to do that. But I also think you learn really quickly what you have and what you need to work on, and then that sets up the rest of the year. So I wouldn't change anything about our schedule. We're always going to play top 10 teams in the first part of the year. I might switch out of some of the ones we're playing just to give us a different flavor. But other than that, I really like how it sets up. I like that we play Minnetonka. I like that we have a rivalry game. Benilde's a great partner to play with.
Yes.
So I wish we were coming on the other end of some of them, but that'll come at the end of the year. I have full confidence in these girls.
I like to see early on, Hill Murray kind of had that game in hand early on. You could just see it. But then your second and third line came in, and they kind of flipped the script.
Yeah, there's no quit in these kids. I mean, one of the biggest things that I've noticed with this group, in my second year is they're very resilient. They have a lot of belief in themselves and their ability. So, yeah, would we like to be winning? But I have no questions about their character and their integrity to kind of keep pushing through all this tough stuff.
Who are some of the players that I would say don't overlook them? I think everybody knows.
Oh yeah,
the big names.
I think Ashlyn Hoff has drawn 2 or 3 penalties herself tonight. She should have had 2 in the first period where that she was drawn. She got tackled coming out of the zone behind the play.
Yes, I saw that.
And so Ashlyn Hoff is just a grinder, all-heart kid that we love to see.
She's been playing pretty good.
She's been playing awesome. Belle McKenzie, another junior, has been playing great. DJ plays with them, 29, and then we've kind of have the young thoroughbred line where you saw Hootie down there, and she had that breakaway, and she could do that almost every shift if she wanted to. She just got to kind of get her confidence going.
Yes.
And Brinny and Audrey Hackler, I mean, they're freshmen. So, we're putting them in these situations, and we know there's going to be mistakes. The first goal we got scored on was a mistake, but they won't make that twice, and that's why we're playing these games now.
Yeah, in this early part of the season, that's fine that it's tough, right? Because your goal is to be really great at the end of the season.
Right, wrong, or indifferent, the way Minnesota State High School hockey sets up, you could go 0-20, get a seed, and win the section. So it doesn't really.
And that's what you want.
Greg Thomas and I say that all the time. It's like it's kind of a weird way it sets up where you really need to take your regular season and learn and try different things and not be afraid to do different things. And yeah, we really want to win, and that's makes us feel better. But at the end of the day, I'd rather learn now and win later.
Yeah, and the most exciting part is you've got these young players coming into a big game and stepping up. That's great to see.
Yeah, so let's hopefully we get on the third and get some teddy bears flying for the crowd.
That's right. Thanks,
Thank you.
Coach.
Yep.
Well, it looks like John's trying to make dinner again.
Got the ketchup and mustard?
Yep.
Got the relish?
Yep.
Hot dogs and buns?
Yep. Got the charcoal?
Uh-oh. We're out of charcoal.
What? Well then, what are we gonna eat?
Don't worry, I got you covered.
Hello.
Wow, that was quick.
Yep, thank you very much.
Thank you, have a good night.
You too.
Hey guys, Papa John's.
Nice. Oh, yummy.
How'd you know?
I always do.
Preserve those local events that last a lifetime. Visit the VAC TV store on your computer or mobile device to purchase school programs and community events. DVD, Blu-ray, and digital downloads are available. Make it easy and search for your program that you wish to purchase. Buying is convenient with multiple options at your disposal while checking out. Visit vactv.org/store today.
Well, we've got a dance team performance here for you between the second and third periods of our hockey action here tonight. I tell you what, Don, I can't move on solid ground. I certainly could not do that on ice.
No, me neither.
No, not by any means. Well, 2 periods down, Hill Murray does have the lead. Great conversation there, Don, between you and Coach Cashman. One of the first times we've got her on. We're hoping to maybe include that more throughout the season. Kind of an overall takeaway of Coach Annie and your guys' chat there at the intermission.
She's been really great. Talked to her a couple times, and I really appreciate the coach being so open with us and talking to us and giving us her time when she's got plenty to do tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely, and specifically in a game like this, to take that time away from trying to strategize with her team, experienced coaching staff that Coach Annie has around her, and one thing, as we were just briefly chatting, a focus and an excitement over the youth, which is where Annie's background was with Stillwater hockey, and I think bringing her into the varsity level is only going to improve and make those levels stronger as well.
I could see that. We saw that tonight. I saw the game turn with the second and third lines, and so she's excited about that, and developing the program is great. I appreciate her giving us the time, and she's got a solid program to work with. It's who knows where they're going to go, but I mean, it starts in this next period, but beyond that, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So this first part of the schedule is really tough. She knows that. She's in a tough conference. She's going to face great teams. And you know, you gotta hope that steel sharpens the sword, and at the end of the year, you can break through and surprise everybody.
And you're not getting an excuse from them about the tough schedule, right? It's going to be tough early in December. It's going to be tough later on in March when it's playoffs time and your season's on the line. Is pretty good performance there by that dance team as we get ready for the third period. Nice job.
Yeah, they put away their presents. They're over to the side, but we have got presents for you in this third period. We got more hockey coming.
I feel like you're a good gift wrapper. I could see you just being excellent with those. Well, we're going to step aside here real quick before we come back for the third period. Stay with us. It's Pony Hockey on VAC TV.
Support from local community sponsorships make a lot of our programming possible, including our popular coverage of Stillwater Pony sports. Sponsor school programming, as well as community events. Support local community organizations and their events by sponsoring our coverage or donating at our website, vactv.org. Preserve those local events that last a lifetime. Visit the VAC TV store on your computer or mobile device to purchase school programs and community events. DVD, Blu-ray, and digital downloads are available. Make it easy and search for your program that you wish to purchase. Buying is convenient with multiple options at your disposal while checking out. Visit vactv.org/store today.
Third period about to get underway here from the St. Croix Valley Rec Center. Stillwater nothing. Hill Murray 3 as we head to period number 3. Hans Bristol, Don Ackerman, our entire VAC TV crew here back with you on this Tuesday night rivalry matchup. It's been a physical game so far, Don, but it's really been the Pioneers that have converted on their chances and just found a way to control this game really from the start.
They've done a good job defensively, and of course they have one of the best goalies out there, and you're seeing the results of that. It's been an impressive night, I think, for Hill Murray so far. Stillwater initially had trouble, but then they got their feet under them, it looked like. They just need to be able to break through, and I think that might change the tone of this game.
Well, the Ponies are going to be looking to be the comeback kids here tonight, as they've tried to have been able to work their way back from some deficits throughout this season so far. But this is one that a minute 12 of a power play to open up this third period. You look at that first minute as really being a big opportunity, maybe Stillwater's biggest opportunity to kind of inject some life of themselves back into this game.
Yeah, I think that's the kind of thing that'll get the fans excited too. They've been a little quieter. I think the Hill Murray's fans were even sitting down for a portion of that game, which, you know, based on what they've got there, they should be standing up. They have you can see a very high quality club out on the ice, and they're doing a great job shutting down a very good Stillwater team. I think the announcer pregame said this is a top 10 in the state matchup.
It is.
And, you know, for Hill Murray to do as well as they're doing, that has to be a huge compliment to their program and to them, and their fans should be hyped on this game. This is a good one.
Well, and it is technically a non-conference matchup. Hill Murray out of the Metro East. Stillwater, of course, out of the Suburban East, but it's got a rivalry feel to it. Section opponents battling it out here, looking for an early season result. Right now, Ponies just looking for one goal with a minute 12 left of what was a Sophie Olsen penalty toward the end of that second period. And we get back underway here for period number 3 into the rec center, and right away St. Martin is denied by a glove snag by Grace Zahn, who so far has faced 13 Pony shots and has stopped all of them.
It was funny to hear Coach Cashman say that's a puck that doesn't get by too many, that gets by most. So that's kind of fun to see, as if someone put the filter on it of, hey, those should be goals, but not in this matchup.
I tell you what, speaks to the kind of nights that the Pioneer in goal Grace Zahn has had so far. If this scoreline were to hold, it would already be a 4th shutout on the season for Grace Zahn in goal and these Hill Murray Pioneers. But still plenty of time for these Ponies to change that, already down to 30 seconds of this power play. They are 0 for 5 on the power play opportunities tonight. A couple of those quickly disappeared with a couple of penalties to their own. St. Martin carries in. Stumped in behind by Finn, right to a Pioneer, and a breakaway opportunity for Chloe Barine, moving in, and Timmons comes up with the big stop. Boy, that is the kind of chance that number 18 has taken a lot of advantage of. Now the Ponies have numbers going back the other way. It's St. Martin pump fakes and then fires on, and Zahn comes up with another huge stop, as this game has been wide open to start this 3rd period.
Oh, that just goes to the side of Finn, too. Just on the opposite side of her stick hand.
Might have caught the helmet of Zahn as St. Martin feeds in on the wraparound. And again, Zahn is strong in goal to make that stop, as the chances have continued to develop, but big saves by both of these goaltenders to start this 3rd period.
I mean, that's going to be the game changer, right? This again, huge goal here. Ooh, Finn wipes out number 10 and gets a penalty.
Will be just that, as Addie Finn will come back to the penalty box here for our first penalty of this 3rd period and put the Pioneers back on the power play with 15:09 left in this 3rd. Second penalty tonight to Addie Finn, who does lead the team in penalty minutes. And just a little too much there, trying to right idea, had the angle on the skater, but too much of the body, and these officials going to call that. And so the Pioneers on to their 4th power play opportunity of the evening. 0 for 3 on their chances so far. This is Barine, feeds it right in front. Good look on goal, but sending it wide was Casey Senden. Ends up into the near half wall, fed back behind for Chatelaine. Chatelaine sends it across, sends up to the far circle. Back out high here for McLay. Over to the right circle, Barine feeds it across. Back out to the point. McLay over to Senden. Senden tries to feed it forward, backhanded to the far post, and scoring on the chances, Emily Pohl for the Pioneers. And just like that, on the power play, they strike for the first time. And with 14:27 to go, it's the 9th grader, Emily Pohl, with a 9th goal on the year.
Yeah, and once the puck went across the face of the net like that, Pohl's going to put it in. That's exactly what you want to do on the attack. You have a shot and a nice pass. Pohl puts it into the net. Timmons doesn't really have much of a chance there. She's facing off against 3 Hill Murray players sitting in front of her.
Oh, and that feed on that pass in behind. A backhanded pass from Chatelaine right to the stick of the 9th grader, Emily Pohl, who now has 9 goals on the season for the Pioneers, and makes this a 4-goal Hill Murray lead with 14:05 left in this 3rd period. That line has been making plays all night long, as there's another deflection. Boy, where's the puck? Zahn didn't have it covered up, and somehow again ends up behind of the Hill Murray goal.
And somehow the refs didn't blow it dead.
Absolutely.
Maybe they've learned their lesson.
Now this is a chance. Oh, that one hit the post. It fell free for Maddie Murrell as Karis Wyant brought it in. And my goodness, just chances at both ends. But the only puck that's been going in the net has been off a Pioneer stick and out to this 4-goal lead in this 3rd period.
Boy, and good thing March is able to keep that puck. I think it's March. Yep. Because number 11 sitting right in front of the net waiting. Ella Horning was waiting for that puck to get to her. Luckily it didn't for Stillwater fans.
Boy, another 2 big saves there from Timmons, up to 21 on the evening. As these Pioneers, they're just so clinical, Don. Just again, I said it early on in the game in our stream, but just getting pucks to the net. They do such a great job of forcing those chances, and they have done that tonight and converted, and it's led them to this big lead.
Yeah, I mean, the shots on goal are starting to even out a little bit, 16-25. It's getting a little bit closer, but Hill Murray's attack has not changed despite the score.
Going to have a high stick that's going to send a Pioneer to the penalty box. Ella Horning, the junior, with 12:41, is going to put Stillwater on what will be power play number 6 of the evening. The junior Ella Horning on the high stick as another power play opportunity to Stillwater. Trying to just find a breakthrough goal. Now looking at a 4-goal deficit here in period number 3. Addie Finn looks to spin out of the corner. Turns back in front of goal. Just had it pickpocketed there by Bronshausen. Ends up back to Finn behind of Zahn. Finn pushes that one out in front. It does find its way to Josie Lang. Hits hard off the rebound off the end board. Finn thought that went in. Zahn was well off balance to the far post. But no goal is the signal. And how that didn't go in, my goodness, because Addie Finn had a wide open goal.
I thought Brownshausen actually blocked it, but it got underneath and went through that zone, coming out on the other side. Don't Stop Believin' is now on the overhead speakers because Stillwater fans need to keep their hope alive.
St. Martin moves in. Boy, St. Martin took that shot. There was a whistle in the slot. And
Finn.
Now it's
Finn knocked Berglund to the ice.
Yep. And it's going to be Brooke Nelson into the penalty box.
To serve that penalty?
I believe so. Looks like maybe Finn was just a part of some extracurriculars. There were some Pioneer fans not happy about whatever took place, but that penalty must have come because St. Martin was all alone in front of the Hill Murray goal. And so that power play disappears for the Ponies. And we'll be back to 4-on-4 for 1:24 with 12:05 left in this third. And
interference.
Face-off violation. That's what they gave Nelson.
Tried to chuck the puck there a little bit over there, and Timmons said, nope. Try again.
Now, it's been a game that you can just feel the frustration from these Ponies a little bit, and deservedly so with the kind of chances and opportunities they've been able to create just without getting on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I mean, Hill Murray's done a good job of limiting their opportunities, but they feel like they could have a couple goals if things went their way.
Lang pokes that free from a Pioneer. It gets fired back in deep inside the Stillwater zone. 11:45 left in this third period. A 4-goal Hill Murray lead. Emily Pohl here in period number 3 as Barine, boy, had that one bouncing in front. Bronshausen just fluttered it in front of goal. Nearly was able to turn it into a chance. As Bronshausen turns, that one ends up on goal. Loose puck, Timmons can't cover it up. And Barine was in the mix, but Timmons does cover it up before it gets the goal line on a great effort by Timmons. And some extracurriculars continue, but boy, what an effort there from Timmons to come up with that stop.
Finn did not like Barine coming in on her goalie, and that was the physical activity, but Timmons didn't, that puck was loose, and so Hill Murray was doing what I think you'd want Hill Murray to do. There's a loose puck, see if you can chip it in. They didn't. Now we have a face-off in front of Timmons.
Janie comes away with it. 4-on-4 for 40 seconds here. Then there will be about 35 seconds of an extra skater opportunity here for the Pioneers, and that one nearly caught the stick of Chloe Barine. Boy, who is so dangerous going up ice for the Pioneers. And instead it's going to turn into a icing and a face-off back inside of the Hill Murray zone.
Seen a couple opportunities like that for Hill Murray. I remember one for Stillwater with Brooke Nelson, but not too many since.
Barine had the breakaway chance, couldn't get that one beyond Timmons. Here's a bouncing loose puck. And once again, Grace Zahn able to cover up and just sensing that frustration that the Ponies are going to feel. This scoreline really does not show how they felt they've fought to keep themselves in this game. And a couple bouncing pucks that got beyond. Lily Timmons has just been the difference here tonight.
Hoff taking that face-off. She's made a difference in this game.
Lang deflects that one. That ends up wide once again of the Hill Murray goal. And it ends up coming this near wing, and the Pioneers able to stretch a pass out wide to Berglund. Berglund goes down, bit of contact there. Pioneers again wanting a whistle. Not going to get one that time. 10:40 to go in this third period. And it's tangled up, and we do get a Stillwater penalty this time as a stick of Josie Lang got high up on a Hill Murray player, and the power play will continue here for the Pioneers. With 10:32 left in this third period.
And that's a tough time for that. I think that Stillwater doesn't really want to get into these situations. And I almost wonder if Hill Murray's okay baiting them into it.
Well, and a timeout on the ice is seemingly to be for either one of these teams, and Annie Cashman just trying to talk things over a little bit here with her Ponies down by 4, and now a pair of Ponies. It'll be 2:28 of a extra skater opportunity, and a bit opposite to last year's matchup where this game stayed scoreless until that third period. Hill Murray was able to break away a little bit. But again, Don, the 4 goals just doesn't feel like a fair scoreline compared to some of the really good chances Stillwater's had throughout this game.
Yeah, I mean, the shots on goal are kind of showing the game's a little bit closer, 18-28, with Stillwater doing really well after that initial start. But overall, Hill Murray has looked dominant, and they've also had some chances. Not as many, I think, as Stillwater that have gotten away, but they've done a good job, and they keep getting these power play opportunities, and I think Stillwater being down a player is not helping them in this situation.
Yeah, Josie Lang roughing coming at the 6:28 mark of this third period. And that one out of all of them really just kind of felt like a frustration penalty. So it will be 28 seconds of a 5-on-3 here as the Emily Pohl from Chatlin and Senden struck on the power play for the first time in this one for the Pioneers. Chatlin against St. Martin. And Chatlin comes away with it on a 5-on-3 here for Hill Murray. Looking to strike once again. Up by 4, and look on goal that time from Breen sends it wide. 15 seconds of the 5-on-3, and the puck is
that hits
up
the net
to the netting.
And the fan tried to throw it back in. They've got a new puck, so I think he might get to keep one.
That's a pretty tough angle to try and jump it right between the boards and the separation of the netting. Unable to do just that. 10:10 left in this third. Final 5 seconds of a 5-on-3. Skating back down to the point was McLay. Fires it across. And McLay will get back into it. Out of the box is Brooke Nelson. Makes a nice play right out of the penalty box and pokes it just for a moment free through neutral ice. Back on the backhand comes Breen. Minute 18 still left in what'll be power play chance officially number 6 on this contest for the Pioneers. Finn just kicks it down. Ponies penalty kill, trying to keep up. It's been a strong night so far. Chloe Breen moves in, takes it to the far circle, leaves it off there for McLay. Back on this near side, this is Skugman, sends it through. It does get to Timmons, and Addie Finn is down on the ice. And they're going to get Addie Finn again here with the penalty, even though Finn was the one on the ice.
She's almost laughing at the absurdity of it from her point of view.
And a cross-check to Addie Finn with 9:24 to go in this third period.
Well, I know Stillwater wants to get back in this game, and they're going to have to fight off Hill Murray in another 5-on-3.
Absolutely. It'll be another 45 seconds of a Hill Murray 5-on-3 into the far post. Trying to collect it was Skookman, could not.
Brooke Nelson saved the day there.
And Brooke, number 12, all over the place all the time for these Ponies. It's back out to the point. This is Bremen moving in, sending that one right for Boreen. And Marine off to chase this one back down. 23 seconds left of a 5-on-3 for Hill Murray. Only minutes have added up here tonight for the Ponies to the far post. Another chance and a great save there by Timmons.
I mean, the back door was open for a second.
Just a sprawling Lily Timmons comes up with that stop. Tired defensive legs right now here from Stillwater, and it's back to 5-on-4 as that one goes wide of Timmons. Rebound off the end wall, and Timmons is able to cover up once again. With Emily Pohl right in the area trying to find a loose puck.
Yeah, now laying back on the ice. That's good because they need that defensive presence. They just have to make sure they keep their composure and don't pick up any more penalties.
Right, St. Martin, slow to come off the ice, was out there on that penalty kill. The effort has stayed there for these Ponies. You have to give them that, even though they're down by 4.
Yeah, they're fighting, and Hill Murray's not done coming at them, so they're not done.
Addie Finn's penalty, another 50 seconds with 8:15 left in this third period. Power play opportunity for these Pioneers. Have been there many times this evening. This one makes its way through. Timmons deflects it wide. 26 saves here tonight for Lily Timmons on 30 Hill Murray shots. Out of the corner and back out to the point, right at the line. Feeds it back near side. Berglund moves in. Top of the slot, Senden backhands it, looking for that top corner, just drifts wide. Final 20 seconds into the corner for Olsen. 7:38 left in the period. Final 15 of this power play. Now Olsen gets a shot off that glides off the glove of Timmons and wide. Ends up over to Bronshausen on the far side. That one skips away from Senden. Ponies still can't clear the zone. Olsen comes up with it. Now Hoff has it away. Finn out of the penalty box. And Hoff will just dump it in deep, and it will draw an icing whistle back inside of the Stillwater zone. And more good work from the Stillwater penalty kill.
A lot of good work there. I think the key there is to maybe not ice that puck so that you don't have to face off in front of your goalie. But great job there, and St. Martin's here to take the face off.
Ponies up to 14 penalty minutes here tonight. Hill Murray 1 for 6 on those power play tries. Ponies 0 for 6 on 12 Hill Murray penalty minutes in this one. This one comes out free in front of Timmons. It was Engelhardt who couldn't turn it on goal. As the Ponies still working really hard here despite this deficit. Down by 4 on their home ice. It's fed out in front. Engelhardt on the backhand. Good stick by Timmons, with Skoogman moving in stick side.
Very aggressive play. Well done.
This shot comes across. Engelhardt can't be there to it. Earlbeck just tries to flick it into the corner. Now St. Martin sends it ahead, and Nelson has some space into the Pioneer zone. As Nelson goes down, still able to get a shot off from Nelson's knees, and just sends that one wide.
Just a frustration shot. I don't think I've ever said that before.
And it gets away from Maddie Morell at the top of the slot. 6:14 left in this third. Spin around, blocked there by St. Martin. Puck still loose. Timmons trying to cover it up. And once again, a very loose puck that Timmons did not have covered up was called down by a whistle, and we'll get a face-off to the glove side of Timmons.
Yeah, Hill Murray was able to poke it into the net, but that was after the whistle. It was loose. You could see it sitting in front of Timmons. Interesting that they're calling those so soon. I don't know what to make of that.
Face-off win here for Stillwater. They've been good. The face-off battles have been level here tonight between these two teams. Hackler brought it up the near boards, and it ends up back to March right at the center red line. Skips its way across, and that's the sophomore Mariah Hooten trying to play it ahead. Doesn't get beyond Sophie Olsen. And final 5:38 here of this third period. A Hill Murray goal to Emily Pohl in this third period on the power play has them up by 4. These Ponies have kept on the pressure. 18 shots, 18 saves for the senior in goal. Grace on for the Pioneers. Ella Horning ends up offside for Hill Murray with 5:17 left in this third period.
Just a really solid defensive effort that has not stopped. Stillwater's gets, small moments of light, but otherwise the green and black have done a great job preventing Stillwater from putting anything together.
Well, this Section 4 always proves to be one of the best and features a lot of top talent in Class 2A. As we talked about earlier, it was Gentry Academy who had the final laugh and went on to win that state tournament last year. As DeJarnett has this one slip in behind and will not chase this down before it's over the goal line at the other end. Gentry Academy in the semifinal of that section tournament knocked out these Ponies. Moved on to knock out these Pioneers. I think you have to admit it, Don, after what'll be approaching, barring a pretty hefty comeback here from Stillwater, these Pioneers are shaping up to be in the mix for what could be a very long time into the postseason. Just on how they play and how physical they are, and it's really shown here tonight. Ponies deserve some credit as they have kept fighting. There's been no doubt about that.
They have been, and here's another opportunity. DeJarnett.
DeJarnett moves in and is worked off the puck, and this will draw a whistle to a Hill Murray Pioneer with 4:34 left in this third period. It'll be Casey Senden, the junior, to the penalty box.
I mean, I guess I'd rather have a face-off and a penalty than a goal. They're trying to keep that. Timmons look back at the scoreboard. Shots are 18-32, so Hill Murray's attack is reflected in those numbers. Stillwater needs to get this power play to work.
A lot of space for Lang to fire, and again, Zahn's able to block her that puck down. There have been some rebound chance right in front of the Pioneer goal. There just hasn't been a Pony sweater on top of some of those loose pucks tonight.
Yeah, Hill Murray's done a good job spacing-wise. Anytime there's an opening, there's no one there to take advantage of it.
St. Martin looks ahead, trying to play this puck up forward. Nice effort by Horning, and St. Martin and Horning tangled up. And some words being exchanged. Not sure they're sharing addresses for Christmas cards by any means. And St. Martin will head to the penalty box for the Ponies.
A little surprised by that action there. I don't understand it. I think that maybe that's just frustration boiling over. Not holding it.
Well, one of those is off the puck, and referee's a little too tangled up, and so the power play disappears for the Ponies. We'll have 4-on-4 for 1:18 with 3:52 left, and a icing to Stillwater that was very close. I think Brooke Nelson was
disagreeing.
Absolutely. She might have had an argument that time. Nonetheless, 3:50 to go. We'll get a face-off to the stick side of Lily Timmons, 28 saves tonight.
Yeah, she's had a lot of work to do. That's for sure.
These Pioneers have piled on the pressure from the start. That one was fed out in front, looking for Wyatt, who's going to have to recover to the far corner. Ends up to Berglund behind the goal line. Berglund tries to stick handle by one Pony, and it comes to Shard, brings it out behind of goal. We'll have 48 more seconds of a 4-on-4. One of the Hill Murray goals tonight was coming on the 4-on-4.
I like Cheney's patience there to set up Brooke Nelson.
Nelson is tripped up. A couple of Ponies looking for a penalty that time, not going to get it, as it ends up to March.
She wasn't technically tripped up because no one called it.
What do they call it, a turf monster? We can call it an ice monster.
Yes, the blue line tripped her.
Absolutely. 2:48 left. It'll be 14 seconds. And then just about 30 seconds of a extra skater for the Pioneers. Another statement to be added to their start to this season here tonight. Beating so far, holding on to this lead and what would look to be a win over these Ponies, who are physical, fast, provide you a lot of different challenges. But at the end, the Pioneers had their chances, and they've taken advantage of them.
Yeah, they've looked good. Their goals have been team goals. Nothing fluky about them. All of them earned.
Alaska trying to play this one right in front of the Stillwater bench. Final 2 minutes, final 4 seconds of a Hill Murray power play disappears, but carrying in was Horning into Earl back in the corner. Trying to work it out of there as St. Martin plays it onto that far wall. Josie St. Martin comes away with it. He's looking for something late on, is going right in on goal on the wraparound. Puck still loose and do get whistles. Desjarnette was right there, and number 7 has just been working hard tonight, trying to spark something, anything. Just has been unable to for these Ponies.
Yeah, smart enough to know that that's an opportunity that she can take advantage of. Does a great job with that chance. That best chance we've seen in a while from Stillwater.
Trying to make sure I was counting right. That is 7 penalties this third period. 7.
That's not surprising. It's been a very physical game from the get-go.
No doubt about that. As Hoff moves in, collecting it right at the blue line. Backhanded chance. Deflects off of Grace Zahn and wide into our final minute 15 of this third period. 20 stops for the senior Grace Zahn. Into our final 60 seconds of regulation with Darjara Arnett moving in on the Hill Murray zone. McKenzie loses handle of the puck. Wyant comes away with it. It's Karis Wyant moving in for the Pioneers. Backhanded chance, crashes into Timmons, and all sorts of whistles as there was a Pioneer on top of the senior Leslie Timmons.
Yeah, not a lot of reaction there from Stillwater, which is nice, but I don't think that's appreciated this late in the game with the scoreboard where it's at. To run over the goaltender doesn't feel right to me.
I think the whistle was just because of just that, to eliminate any other further physicality right in front of goal. Final 45 seconds here. Pioneers going to be on their way to what'll be a 7-0 start to this season, as this one clears all the way down inside of the Pioneer zone, out of the near corner. Petronic comes away with it. Petronic turns it up ice. For our final 25 seconds. It'll be back-to-back seasons. These Pioneers only meeting between these two rivals this season. Into our final 10 seconds here. The statement start for Hill Murray on this young regular season continues as they come into Stillwater tonight. As our buzzer sounds, and these Pioneers, a shutout victory, their 4th shutout of the season, a 4th shutout in goal for Grace Zahn. And this one finishes tonight by a final score of Stillwater 0, Hill Murray 4, and the Pioneers come away with the win here tonight in Stillwater. We'll step aside, come back, wrap this one up. Pioneers get the win. We'll be back in a moment here on VAC TV.
Well, it looks like John's trying to make dinner again.
Got the ketchup and mustard?
Yep.
Got the relish?
Yep.
Hot dogs and buns?
Yep. Got the charcoal?
Uh-oh. We're out of charcoal.
What? Well then, what are we gonna eat?
Don't worry, I got you covered.
Hello.
Wow, that was quick.
Yep, thank you very much.
Thank you, have a good night.
You too.
Hey guys, Papa John's.
Nice. Oh, yummy.
How'd you know?
I always do.
Support from local community sponsorships make a lot of our programming possible, including our popular coverage of Stillwater Pony sports. Sponsor school programming, as well as community events. Support local community organizations and their events by sponsoring our coverage or donating at our website, vactv.org.
It snaps a 3-game winning streak for the Ponies. Here tonight, it's Hill Murray coming away the winners by 4-0. Hans Bristol, Don Ackerman back with you here inside of the Rec Center in Stillwater. And Don, again, once a game that the scoreline's going to feel a bit misleading of how it took a little bit of time, but the Ponies really found themselves into this game. Just couldn't find the breakthrough goal when they needed it.
Yeah, and you know, on the defensive side, I feel like they did a better job. The score could have been wider because Hill Murray never stopped. But, yeah, Stillwater just not able to get it together. Hill Murray did a great job on defense, and, of course, they have a great goaltender.
Yeah, the shots on goal finished 20-33. It was about 23-10 after that second period. Just kind of shows you how the Ponies were able to work themselves into this game, and they kept fighting, and their penalty kill really showed that as well. 1 for 6 tonight.
Yeah. I think we're going to check out some of those goals, but really great job by Hill Murray, and Stillwater just not able to get it together. I think this is a good game to learn from.
Well, the Pioneers, as we mentioned, continue their statement start. We take a look at the Hill Murray goal tonight. That was the Berglund goal that got the scoring started, and then right there it was Chatwin had a really good performance tonight for the Pioneers.
Yeah, the youngster did a great job tonight, looked really good. Number 22 was getting shots out to it right here. An inadvertent assist, basically. Teammates smart enough to tuck it in. At that point, Hill Murray just had control of this game.
Yeah, it was just a nice effort, heads-up effort there by Skoogman, and just finding all sorts of space. Emily Pohl, that was our only goal in the third period. It did come on the power play. We had a total of 7 penalties in that third period, but Pohl, you get a goal like that in that type of spot in the third period. Ponies came out with a chance on that power play to open up the third, but that was a cherry on top kind of goal. You're able to take advantage of a power play, and the Pioneers did just that there in the third.
Yeah, lots of penalty minutes. Hill Murray was able to take advantage of it. Stillwater was not.
Busy schedules continue for both of these teams. It was the only matchup of the year, and it's going to be the Hill Murray Pioneers who are going to come away winners tonight from this one at the St. Croix Valley Rec Centers. That'll wrap us up here on VAC TV. Stay tuned with us for more pony hockey throughout this season. And for our entire VAC TV crew, did a great job tonight. I'm Hans Bristol alongside Don Ackerman. We're saying good night here from Stillwater. And our final score, the Stillwater Ponies 0, the Hill Murray Pioneers 4. And we'll see you next time here on VAC TV.